Alright, so I'll just get this rolling, because while I sort out my dice, I want to cover mechanical stuff. So, because there's two things we did, or I did, in response to commentary on the last episode while we were playing it. One, in Called Shot, it now explicitly says, if you make a successful Called Shot hit, you can choose to forego doing damage to do something narrative. So, like, if you hit somebody in the arm, you might make them drop a weapon. If you, like, hit somebody in the head, maybe you can stun them or blind them for a round. You know, hit them in the leg, sweep the leg, they fall over. Stuff like that. So that's in there. The second thing is that I added a new weapon tag. As much as we've already got a million of those, that's flexible. So your weapon can be wielded in one or two hands. The normal profile is for one-handed. If you two-hand the weapon, you double strength modifier for damage added, and add +5 to all critical damage inflicted.
Oh, yeah.
So that should make one-handed swords for people who aren't doing your route lucky sword and board more flexible, because you can choose to not have a free hand, but get extra damage. I'm also trying slightly, especially with the, commando ability to, like, make bladed weapons the sneaky damage thing. So if you, like, double hand surprise attack somebody with a bladed weapon, you'll do a lot of free critical damage. Oh my dice. Okay, so I've got 2 10s here. And since you guys were sorting out some... Actually, why don't you go ahead and reiterate for the mic what you said earlier about moving your XP around?
Oh, so because basically, I had to... There was a moment where I had to bug Marth and be like, Marth, how much experience did we get? Because my companion EXP wasn't adding up right. But with the experience that I have, I bought Snap out of it for my companion. So next time I am cowering on the ground, my Exo can come up and slap the shit out of me. She's gonna slap the shit out of me.
Yes.
There is no possible way that she's gonna do anything else besides slap the shit out of me. Yep, and she's gonna look real happy doing it. But I also got her for, which is actually much more interesting, Junior Officer, which is a talent that basically lets her use all my officer talents, and she can use them on her action, which is great because basically her just being my what was it called? My adjutant. Basically, soldiers within her leadership modifier is also considered in range of my shoulder, me. So yeah, so I've basically turned her into like a proxy me when it comes to officer talents.
And there's one more thing I think you could do to further that synergy, which is that an advanced career? I think it's an advanced career that lets you count as being able to be seen and understood by everybody who's in your radio range instead. Which is since she counts remotely through the other thing, if you took that advanced career, that would mean she counts and she's also already your radio man. So
yep,
you could build even more synergy.
I'm actually going to be building her up because I was actually looking at the focus training. I'm going to be boosting up her cryptography and whatnot. I'm going to try and put her into a solid support thing where she's not
just use her to poke people with her knife while you sword them.
Yeah, I need to actually get her like a sword.
Probably. I mean, I was just thinking. I'm glad you did this because literally the only thing you used your companion action for was double team. So giving her more stuff to do is great.
Like as I said, like this is playtesting. I'm trying to figure out like I have a companion who like shadows me all the time. Like I need to give her stuff to do.
Yeah, because the intent with the companion is you build characters who will help you, be more free. So, like, the corpsman means none of you have to take medical. Just so long as Marth's character is around, you can have access to a healer, and you explicitly took magic healing on him, so he can do that too. Okay, I think I've got all my dice out. Once again, literally the bag is empty, but I have all the dice I need.
I think I want to take... I still haven't spit my experience yet, so... I'm just debating here. Maybe regroup. Yeah, I'm going to take regroup. For one, because that one's useful. Regroup basically has a half action, roll a command or tactic text. If you pass designated location, you can see within your leadership, not leadership modifier, leadership, a number of allies under your command up to your DOS who can see and understand you may immediately make a half move action to that location as a free action.
Yeah, that's basically, we need to get the fuck over there right now, and you point, and everybody gets to scoot a little bit that way.
Yep.
By the way, if you do that with your lightning skirmish, they do get extra base movement.
Booyah!
Synergy.
So I'm gonna take regroup. I was thinking about taking medical support, but I'm like, I have like the medic like on call at all times.
No, in that case, if you're gonna take a support, you probably want to take like sniper or arty or something.
Yeah,
a unit that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like I skipped medical support constantly. I didn't pick recon plane because right now we are under the fucking ground.
Yeah, that wouldn't come up for a while, probably.
Like ammo drop. Yeah, but yeah, I like this regroup, so I'm gonna definitely take it. And I said, being an officer is definitely a little bit more XP heavy, but, you know, I'm not feeling the burn so much at the moment. It's just like, all right, I gotta, like, because I want to make sure that I spread out my expenditures.
Mm-hmm. And we're moving at a pretty decent EXP clip.
Mm-hmm.
I just might need to, because this, I think, we're on what? This is 9. So, this, I think, is the single longest extended we've run of anything. And this is my first real, like, idea of what an actual ongoing campaign is like, so I might, like, you know, scale up the amount of EXP, because usually it's, like, 100-ish for each hour we play, and then if you guys actually accomplish something in the session, that's usually another 100, 200.
Mm-hmm. Right, so now 750, I'm now 650, 750, wait, no, shit.
By the way, since I am not explicitly keeping track of how much EXP I give you, you guys will have to tell me if you hit the, like, bronze or silver or whatever's.
Yeah. I think we hit the silver. What was that? What number was that?
Yeah, I know let's see, I actually have the medals and tiles on a different tab.
That's really handy.
I honestly, I really like
so bronze, silver, and gold wings. So bronze is 500. Silver is 1,000. Gold is 2,000. We already hit over 2,000.
No. Here's the question: when we hit each goal, does the counter reset?
No, I believe it's total.
Yeah. So no, we've totally hit gold.
All right, so everybody's got gold wings.
Boom.
That's good because actually, I'm like I said, since I'm planning on doing a time skip after this, you're probably going to get a promotion.
Yeah.
I think you're a first lieutenant, so you're probably or a second lieutenant, so you're probably going to be like a higher grade lieutenant or even a captain after this. We'll see, because I don't know what you guys are going to do. The major might have a mysterious accident, and the captain might get promoted to major.
Oh yeah,
I'm okay with this.
Mr. Jerkface Mustachio Major.
I just call him Von Mustache.
I'll just call him Mr. Mustachio Man.
See, this is what happens when your officer's incompetent. People below you just makes up a whole bunch of weird nicknames for you.
Correct. Captain America's at it again.
Yeah. Let's see here.
By the way, for both you and the audience, if you actually want to know the major's name, it's Conrad von Schuster. But
nice. Oh yeah. As for the stuff that I spent XP on, was gaining characteristic advancements in will and toughness. So I actually have a will modifier of 4 and toughness of 4 now.
Oh man, I can spend all my experience.
Then I got cross-training comrade for my companion. So I got +10s, and what did I get +10s in? Okay, go to that tab. Okay.
Oh,
there it is, and I think, let's see. Okay, there it is. So I got +10s in int, will, and agility.
Oh yeah, I will mention that we decided, because I'm not really playing a sneaky, shifty character, that as long as it makes sense and you have the GM's approval, you can swap out quirks for other quirks as long as it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna drop that down in the notes for the doc after we're done. Yeah. Probably with a note that, like, and hey, you know, if you have character development, they no longer apply. Feel free to like refund the EXP. And if you want to completely revamp you're not supposed to be able to buy more than your 4, but I might make it so that if you want to like actually restructure your character, you can spend excess XP, but I don't think you get extra XP if a negative quirk happens. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're making me think. Did I actually? Because there's some critical results for like losing a hand or limb. I don't think I've actually done that as like a quirk you can take, because most of those are more personality based, but a couple of them are physical.
Right.
I could add that along with
I mean,
phobia,
there
with
is.
trauma to, here, you're pre-injured.
Oh yeah.
You get a sweet eye patch, but your depth perception is terrible.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Not to come across as ableist or anything, but technically, by this system, you would gain more experience for it. The classic trade. Okay. Before we go ahead and get started, because I've got all my dice. Everybody got all their dice?
Oh, hang on, I'm pulling mine out.
You get your Mountain Dew, got your Frito Doritos.
My Frito Doritos? No, but I did eat. And I drank me some orange soda. I love orange soda.
Okay, so we're go ahead and get ready to get started. I'll just remind everybody, a solid 10 of this episode brought to you by our patrons, like Comics, Qua, Kylie Denton, and Nestor Flores. And if you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early. You can get this in the audio format downloadable, a lot quicker, and probably more manageable than just on YouTube where nothing happens, but I put the whatchamacallit operation on the background. And hey, fun stuff. So hopefully anybody who's jumping in on something numbered 9 will know, but I'm Omega and I'm your marshal for this evening. And these two guys are those guys who have their names and character names in the description of every video.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I play fucking Wolfgang Schmidt, LT to the fucking honor guard. We're not German.
Okay, gonna go ahead and settle up in there. Is there anything I need out of my watchets? No. Okay, well. Cleared my throat. Let's set the scene. So, you are underground. You're getting fuzzy radio messages, and it sounds like you're being bombed. Maybe. I believe the lieutenant has just slammed the wearable radio pack, the handset, back on the receiver. Probably cracked whatever cheap Bakelite this stuff is made of, because it's got to be made as light as possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am very furious. Turns out that the Major, once again, cannot keep his load in his pants and is firing prematurely.
Actually, so speaking of which, go ahead and roll me a tactics if you wanna maybe get an eyeball on what you think is going on up there.
I will.
Or an empathy, I think would work, but tactics also works.
Let's see here. That is
tactics is int, and
tactics. I have a thing for tactics. Hang on.
You get rerolls in certain circumstances, but I don't think this is to get an idea, not identify something.
Okay, yeah, it says reroll to identify a piece of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to roll tactics you probably have to take some penalties, but if you wanted to roll tactics to identify what guns are shooting at you, you could do that, but that's a different thing than what I'm calling for right now.
No, but that's fine. I got a 35 out of a 38.
Okay. So, yeah, snap judgment, basically, based on what it sounds like is going on up there, you don't know who's talking to who or what. Technically, you should have company comms with your unit extension, because one of the rest of the units in your company are out there, the Pioneer Platoon. So you don't know what's going on with that. You'll have to get topside. But what you do know is that, based on what you know of the Major, he clearly wants to win some big victories, some big wins. And on the report, it's going to sure sound a lot better if his men rushed in to take the fort after bombarding it, to rescue the mage platoon who was isolated inside after they accomplished their dashing mission. Then we sat outside the fort while the mages killed everybody inside, and we strolled in like nothing happened, right? That doesn't make him look good on the report, so it sounds like he is manufacturing a valiant charge in which they are assaulting the fort, even though you guys have not reported that you accomplished your mission, even though you did, as the dead guy on the floor suggests. It sounds like he's moving up the schedule, and in terms of safety, you're, a shitload away underground. It's a surface shelling. You're probably gonna be fine, but the rest of your guys on the surface, somebody accidentally walks an artillery round the wrong way. That could be bad.
I don't know. They're shelling the earth, and there's a lot of spirit and mana just chilling out around here.
Yeah, no, that is another thing. Also, you don't know how stable the spirit is here or the conflux. And they are, I mean, like I said, it's a pretty solid granite formation. This is probably like an ancient lava extrusion or something. It's a big blob of rock that's not going anywhere. But they're shake, rattling, and rolling a little bit.
Yeah. I always prefer to err on the side of caution here. So I will take a few deep breaths, pick up the pack receiver again. Make sure it's encrypted.
Static. You should probably go higher.
But I'll just be count this one. This is night 1-1. Due to error we're just gonna go ahead with this mission. We have eliminated the enemy commander. I repeat, we have eliminated the enemy commander. We are heading topside again. Over.
What's your companion's cryptography?
It's just basic.
Okay, what's her int?
Her int is... I do plan on getting focus training for cryptography right now.
I'm pretty sure you don't have cryptography, and that's not a basic skill, so...
Nope. Where? Oh, it's down at the bottom. That's right. Her int is 20. I could buy stat upgrades for my fucking...
Alright, all you get back is static. You're not sure if the transmission got through.
Well, I made an honest effort.
Hey, you tried.
Yep. So, put back the handset, and I'll turn to the enemy mages.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna reference. Let's see. So there were how many of you down here? About a dozen, I think you took. A full squad's worth of guys.
Yep. So I'll just turn back to them, and just be gentlemen. As much as I would love to give your commander the proper honors that he is due, it is seemed that there is a bit of a kerfuffle up topside. And while I don't know about you, but I didn't... And I would like to get to it to ensure that there is no more injuries there is no more injuries or deaths caused. To this matter, I would like to have all of your men surrender and accompany topside so we may have your accounts and reports, and we can call this whole nasty business done.
Alright, well, when you say gentlemen, there's a tiny cough. Because, let's see, I think you killed, 3 of them down here, and then the leader, so there's probably about a half dozen, maybe 7, let's say 7-ish of them left. Because while you were yelling into your radio and trying to figure out what's going on, they managed to regroup. So it appears that their current ranking officer is a female lieutenant. So, yeah, she takes your notes and says, If you give us a moment to handle the captain, we'd have to come topside anyway, So, assuming you do not begrudge them, they're just gonna... They basically quickly entomb him down here. They use magic to just shape the rock over him and just slurp. And we'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later.
I will call all my men to salute an honorable gentleman.
All right. So the lieutenant introduces herself as Lieutenant Baines, and she basically says, "All right, we're in your custody."
Very good, very good. I have received your oath, and I shall treat it. I received your surrender, and you are entitled to the full blah treaties, renters, prisoners of war, all that stuff.
All right.
I don't feel like talking flowery right now.
Okay. So she gives surrender and you take it. They don't ditch their weapons right away. Are you gonna ask them to leave their gear here?
Normally I would ask them to have their weapons, but as I said, shit's weird right now. I'm pretty sure we'll disarm them. I'll disarm them when they get topside.
All right. So you're gonna go back up the passage, I assume.
Yes.
Do you have any particular order now? These guys in the middle, these guys at the behind. What you doing? Them up front?
These guys in the middle.
Okay. Where are you in this blob then?
I am taking the lead as usual.
Okay. And I am assuming Marth's with you then, Ulrich?
Yep.
Okay.
Night 1-1 is front of the line.
All right. So you shimmy your way back up the passage. I don't remember how many meters I said it was, but it's not super long. But I assume you're going a good clip, a healthy jog.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, the ground shakes and rattles. Dust drifts down from the ceiling. You don't have craft or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you're not an expert on structures, so you don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna fall down or not, so I want to get out.
You don't see any visible cracks or anything, but you don't know. So you pop back out into the vault room, like we said, where it looks like they stored some extra food and water and ammo supplies in here, and that was about it. Mm-hmm. If there was like a war chest, for money or something, it would be elsewhere.
Yeah.
Marth, did you cut out?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
The internet decided to be, the internet.
Oh, sorry, dude. I wasn't even aware that you were gone.
I'm the quiet one of this group, so...
Yeah, I know, but basically what happened, what was the last thing you heard before your internet cut out?
Well, I think it was yak. The last thing I heard was me just yakking. Before that was Omega talking about some quirks being physical.
Oh man, you missed like the whole thing.
Wow. Okay.
Basically what just happened is, I took the surrender. I tried to radio topside. I'm not sure if it worked. But I asked for the remaining mages surrender. They gave it. They just wanted some time to entomb their commander. I let them keep their weapons, and we're heading back topside. We have just reached the treasure vault room, and we're still being lightly shelled from top because Von Mustache wants to make it look like he did some daring do's and get more egg salad, more medals.
Yes.
So at this point, as you're starting to break up, you break the vertical plane, you come into a higher level. You've left the door open, I assume, on the vault.
Mm-hmm.
So your radio starts to, and this is like, this is night, whatever number you left with the captain. Night 1, do you read? Over. It's a little tinny, but it sounds better up here.
Oh, thank the prophet. I'll snatch that receiver and be like, count this one. This is night 1. Do you copy?
So he's he kind of yells back. This is night like 4 or 5 or whatever. I'm at the bottom of the stairs. LT. The captain's still up top. We couldn't reach you from the surface, so I came down. It's a little bad up here.
Copy that. Please inform please inform Countess One that we have achieved our primary objective and have taken prisoners. I repeat, we have achieved the primary objective and taken prisoners.
All right, affirmative, sir. I'll let her know. We'll see if that works. We're not getting anybody on company comms.
Copy that.
Ground shakes a little bit.
Copy that. We'll hustle topside.
You would know with your tactical knowledge. This might be a good time to ask your subordinate for a status report.
Okay. In the meantime, give me a sit rep.
Yeah, well, a little while after you went down below, the scouts reported, since they're still outside flying around, the scouts reported that our own artillery unit started firing on the fortress. Good news, bad news, Lieutenant. They stopped shooting at us. They've brought out some artillery pieces and are counter firing. The bad news is, boy howdy, they're shelling us really hard. The tower hasn't been hit. They're mostly hitting the walls, but they're suppressing it pretty hard. We can't get anybody but the scouts on our company comms, and obviously the scouts can't fly any closer because of the arty. But their visuals seem to indicate that the mages. I should probably have thought of that better, me. Maybe approaching the wall, which, by the way, you would remember. There was an aerial mage unit, an artillery mage unit, which was attached to the major because you met their commanding officer before. So, basically, what you're looking at here with your previous tactics roll is you have a ticking clock to get upstairs and yell loudly enough that somebody listens to, or the captain yells loudly enough so that somebody listens to you that it's done. Before the your own friendly mages, artillery mages, basically slam into this fort like a hammer on an anvil. Now mages are generally supposed to be pretty gentlemanly. You're recorded all the respect to war, but you've been on the Western Front before. You know that in the thick of things, bombs flying everywhere, people shooting at you. Some guys let go a little bit. They the war calls to them and they answer. So that could be bad. That could be a little scary.
This is very scary. All right, so let us hustle topside.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so you're kind of maneuvering your way up there. You've come to these conclusions. The lieutenant kind of you notice that the other lieutenant Baines kind of holds back, and one of them says, Vi, what are you doing? It's like, she kind of grinds to a halt and is like, what exactly are we walking into up there? By the way, she speaks Stall very well.
Okay. I actually do like a very big sigh. It's like, if I must be frank, it's like I said, our line of communications are not being as heated as well as they should be. As I said, unfortunately, I cannot divulge too much details, but let us just say that the sooner we make it up topside and we get things under control, the sooner that this whole mess will be behind us.
She kind of roll me an empathy, I guess. Anybody in the scene can roll me empathy.
I will roll some empathy.
Oh.
I like rolling dice.
Wait, hold on. Actually, let me double check some of this.
I'm keeping my 13.
Yeah, but your number of degrees of success might be different. I have to double check. Would this be opposed? Probably not. You're just gonna.
I'll have my companion roll it. Empathy.
Your companion's gonna like, hey, go, man. I think she's not completely happy with this.
Yeah. Okay. So no, actually, there's no penaltification for this, and it's not opposed. You're just trying to read her body language.
Well, I got 2 degrees of success. That's empathy's perception, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I got 2 degrees of success.
Okay. Oh wow, nice. Okay, so yeah. Let's see what these guys. So she does not bring her normal weapons to bear because she's equipped as an Earth Mage. But she kind of puts one hand on her back pocket and scooches towards the vocational altar, which is in the back of this room. And
eyes narrow.
She is not hostile, like she's going to fight you, but you get the impression that she is considering drastic alternatives. Hold on. That's what you get, Lucky. Let me think of some stuff with Marth's companion, since he rolled very well.
Go for it.
Okay. No, that's, he also senses this, and he kind of like can whisper this to Ulrich, So, yeah, that's what you're doing, and she kind of takes a half step back, like I said, puts that hand there, and is like, are you so certain that you can guarantee our safety? Let's see. These guys are Earth Mages, they're probably senior NCOs mostly. They actually I should have described these characters since you're interacting with them. Most of the Earth Mages, like I said, they're senior NCOs, sergeants and the like. They look a little scruffy, a little working class, kind of dirty under the collar.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Baines, she's a little slimmer, a little more, refined look to her. Probably someone, upper class, got in the officer corps. It's probably why she speaks your language so good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got like something you might expect from an Earth Mage. Her hair has almost kind of a natural gold color to it, as do her eyes, kind of a thing. She's a little pale for an Earth Mage. Maybe she spends a lot of time underground. And she kind of
squads. How many guys did we keep? I brought down like 2 squads, and they have like what?
They got like, counting lieutenant, they got like 7 guys. So they got a squad and what's left of their command structure.
Okay. I'll bring my hand to my mouth, thinking gesture, and it's like, then a compromise. Because, as I said, things are hectic topside, and I can't 100% guarantee that something amiss will not happen. So instead, This is what I propose. If you are all willing to disarm right here and now, I will leave you down here in this structure, which seems to be a lot more sturdy, I would say, with my 2 squads here, while me and my command staff go upside and try to handle it. And so
Kind
I
of
said
tilts
I
her
can't
head.
get...
What is that? I think that's appeal. You're trying to make a reasoned argument. Let's see. Is she just opposing, or would she? No, you're making an offer. She doesn't have like a counter argument. This isn't like a debate. So this is just. I think that's a simple success. Let me double check my own social rules. Is appeal normally opposed, or do I just let you do that?
I have a strict code of personal honor. I would like to think that honorable applies to this. I'm maybe.
Yeah,
not.
your word is
I
your
don't know.
bond.
I mean, you have captives, and you don't want them to necessarily die.
Yeah, you're being honorable. You're like, okay, you can stay here in safety if you give us your guns.
Yeah.
So this is just opposed by will. So go ahead and roll. The white dice are hot tonight. That's a success with 0 degrees.
I want them to...
Oh, by the way, yeah, new session, luck's back.
Yeah. I don't want them to... so I'm going to use a point of luck because I rolled an 87.
You're going to re-roll that.
I'm going to re-roll that. And I rolled an 18 this time, so booyah. That is, what, the plus 20... Math.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got more than 0 degrees, so you
I'm pretty
opposed.
sure. Yeah, I got like 4 degrees of... No, 3 degrees of success. Math.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so her body language kind of relaxes, and she says, well, alright, I suppose that's... she kind of looks around to get approval from her men, since she has been suddenly thrust in the position of leadership.
I know this feel.
Yeah, also it's your fault.
I don't actually laugh.
No, this is us out of character joshing you. This is my time. This is me being the tiny devil on your shoulder. Like, also, BG Dubs, this is your fault.
This is war.
War is hell. Yeah. So, all right. So, yeah, they basically like, all right. Well, it's safe enough here. There's food and water, I suppose. If the topside gets collapsed, one of them cracks a joke in English about, well, we can always finish the tunnel. So they will hand over their arms. What do these guys all carry? They have trench guns, they have mauls, and I think they have pistols or something, which they all pass out.
So, they'll gather those all up, and as I said, I'll just tell them, I'll get comfortable. I'll leave my 2 squads down here to keep the eye on. I said I can't leave them unattended. But, other than that, the command squad, that's me and you, Marth, with our companions. We're heading topside.
Okay.
Alright. And so, with minimal delays, since you managed to defuse that situation very quickly, actually, how fast? How fast you going here? We said you were jogging before. How fast you going?
Now we're running.
Alright, let's roll some athletics with agility. How fast you going? Let's sprint.
Running.
Actually, honestly, you can use agility or strength, because I could see strength being a dead run.
Because before it was like, all right, yeah, but now I have prisoners who I don't want them to get ideas. Okay, so agility. Again, we left our fucking units up topside, so
yeah, you have more dudes.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a 23, so that's 0 degrees of success.
All right, well you pass.
Yay! I used agility, by the way.
Okay. Oh, and Marth, is that your roll just now? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's also agility because my strength is like 30.
Yeah, you aren't. It's funny. Just you guys get into. I was thinking about this earlier. You guys get into melee way too much. I need to arrange situations where you can shoot at guys more.
And my warfare
Theoretically,
melee is also 30.
This situation could have called for you to shoot more, but you decided to make it up close and personal. All right,
I make things up close and personal.
Yeah. So dead sprint. Full blown knife. Knife arm. Just. Your companions are barely able to keep up as you're just hauling ass. Nobody understands how the lieutenant is able to do this. Actually, wait, no. It's actually very easy for the lieutenant to be able to do this. You haven't put your armor back on.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's like in a bag on your back as you just dead sprint. Clonk, 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 clonk. You shoot around you do the roundabout corridor out of the vault room. You shoot down the straight corridor that used to be a dungeon. you go into like that entrance area, that foyer I mentioned. At the base of the staircase there's, you know, a couple of your guys, you know, whichever ones you left topside. You know, sitting there, they're like, you know, thank God. You're here, Lieutenant. Didn't you say you have prisoners? Where's the rest of the unit? You know, it's the kind of like...
It's like, we left them down below to save time. We figured it was imperative that we get upstairs quickly.
All right, it's basically like, do you want us to regroup with them or what? Because let's see, you had your full company up there, so that was a dozen guys. You probably got another dozen guys, plus, you know, the captain up there.
Yeah, I'll send the squad down there to reinforce.
All right.
Okay.
It's
like
All right. Well, so yeah, you get one of your senior NCOs. They're going to suggest, if that's not what you were just about to say, we'll leave a guy at the bottom of the stairwell so we can stay in comms.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So you up the stairs. Boy, howdy, that arty gets louder. You know. You hear some guys go in the background. So the captain is there, you know, she's like angrily flicking through radio bands on her you know, throat mic, yelling angrily in stall at various things. Occasionally there's like a second radio that's like the scouts outside going like, nope, they're still firing. What are you doing in this situation, boys?
Well, I'm gonna get the captain's attention.
All right. She stops what she's doing and, you know, snaps to you.
And so, like, by that furious expression on your face, I'm seeing that you have made no progress in getting through to them.
We are not getting any response on company-wide networks. I can't even reach the Pioneer unit. I don't know why they would be out of range. And I can't get anybody closer to send in person. Unless you want to go out into that, she points, you know, ground shakes. A wave of sand and rock dust just kind of drifts through the arrow slits in the front of this thing. You hear more people scream.
Unfortunately, ma'am, it seems like that might be more and more likely by the passing minute.
She kind of looks you up and down. It's like, you didn't actually take any damage, right?
Nope.
Okay. So she just kind of looks you up and down and like, what happened to your armor, Lieutenant?
I just had a bit of a gentlemanly fight. Was unsporting to wear it.
You're gonna get yourself killed someday. All right, everybody huddle, basically. If you wanted to take a moment and, you know, Mr. Officer Man, and familiarize yourself with the tactical situation, you can. Otherwise...
I will.
Okay.
I'll have someone give me a report while I get back on my armor and I get back in my mobility unit.
Okay, so your adjutant basically, like, you know, snap salute report. Everybody clambers back into their mobility units and their armor and etc. And in fact, since you sent a group of guys downstairs, they will probably not put them on, but they will probably ferry the 12 guys you left downstairs to their mobility units, just in case.
Yeah.
So you, well, actually, I'll ask you this. How do you want to take a look outside? You could go up a few floors and just see. Mister, I blew the top of this building off.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. Ulrich did, but still. There's some arrow slits, or, you know, they're really busy. You could pop the bar and take a look out the front door.
No, I'll just, I'll go for the height advantage.
All right, so you jog up some steps. You know, wait a second. I'll be right back. You look out a window. Boy, howdy, you're getting some flashbacks here. This is reminding you of some things you've seen and done. So,
oh god, 1,000 yards there. Here comes the PTSD.
You're in a fortified position. You're lucky that you're pretty sure now that these walls, you know, were reinforced with magic when they were built. They're pretty thick, you know, several meters of just, like I said, solid granite slabs. Most of your artillery appears to be landing on the outside, you know, just slamming into the walls over and over again. There's these big, you know, heavy hardwood doors that must have been imported from somewhere because there's no trees like that around here. And it's, you know, got some splinters here and there. Apparently it's really hard to hit that gatehouse accurately from the range and distance they're firing. There are several craters, though, in the courtyard. You know, a few tents appear to have been blown up. The enemy is basically ignoring you now. They appear to have... Basically, they're injured, and a lot of their infantry guys are regrouped into the far side of the courtyard, kind of behind your position. They have wheeled out, you know, probably half a dozen artillery pieces. Nothing heavy because they had to like get it up this rough terrain they're in, but enough that they can make a resistance, and they're basically firing out of the courtyard at an angle. You see some spotters, hugging the wall outside, taking some pot shots down.
Spotters?
They're spotters. They've got guys calling artillery commands. Up 4 degrees. Then the guy who like peeks out with binoculars and says, "I can see." Blah! He gets hit with a sniper fire or something, tumbles off into the abyss. There's not a lot of guys on the walls, but they're trying. There are several craters in the courtyard. It appears that in a classic case of not organizing, this communication blackout, like I said, is kind of extended to your scouts. Nobody's calling them because they're sitting kind of like perpendicular to position. In fact, if you look hard enough, do you have field glasses actually?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to pull out your field glasses, you can probably see, the Oberleutnant and like a couple dozen of your guys in scout armor just hovering, watching this go by, keeping eyes and rifles kind of looking around. If the Major's artillery unit was talking to them, they could probably walk those artillery shots onto whatever. But they're not, so your own forces are carrying about this very inefficiently. Actually, make me another tactics roll while we're thinking about it.
Tactics!
Hold on a sec, because I gotta grab something to blow my nose.
Oh, that's a 4. Bitchin'. I thought it was a 4, even. No!
Oh, and by the way, I should point out through all this, it's smoky and dusty as fuck in here right now. Like, you thought it was hot before, but now it's like, there's just, like I said, waves of sand and rock dust and smoke from a couple of small burning fires out there. The Commonwealth forces are, like, making no firefighting attempts. If something blew up, they're just leaving it there. Okay.
Fuck. Do we have, like, a stall flag we can put on a banner and raise and say, like, we got this shit, stop?
You wouldn't normally carry that. That would be spending a luck point to, like, say you've got one in your back pocket.
No, I'm not gonna spend. Although, I won't say that now, but if this, I might, like, consider it from now on.
Yeah, that's definitely...
That's the thing you need to say beforehand, so no.
Yeah. Yeah, because that would probably be the easiest way and the most irrefutable way to say this guy is, like, pulling some shit. But, god damn it. I don't like this. I don't like these guys, like, the remaining Commonwealth guys. I kind of want to tell them to stop, like, fighting back, get inside the goddamn fort, surrender, and we can see about fixing this. I don't know how I want to do about that.
Listen, you're persuasive. Your captain's a little persuasive, too, though. I need to, like, double-check her stats, because I don't think I ever adjusted her character sheet for the, like, skill rebalance and some of the stuff with Origins. But, there's probably still a couple hundred of them in this fort. There's only, a couple dozen of you inside of it, even if you're mages. They're not necessarily going to listen to you if you yell at them, "Hey, I know there's only, like, 12 of us you can see, but if you just surrender..."
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think there was, like, a couple hundred still.
No, there's, this fort's probably big enough to hold a few hundred people. There's probably, like... I mean, you can't get an exact head count, but there's somewhere between 100 and 200 guys in here. Not all of them are fighting right now, because some of them are regrouping, but there's, a decent mass of people in here.
Oh, man, we're really lucky we took this fucking fort, then. Shit. All right, then. Well,
yeah, if you had decided to do this the other way, there would probably have been either much more sneakery or, like, more of a breakthrough battle to, like, push through kind of thing. But you skipped some steps.
Yeah, oh well. It is what it is. Just gotta make this through. So now, I will go back down, rejoin the captain, see the huddle. And I guess I'll ask, did anyone think to maybe bring a flag to show that we have taken the fort?
Everybody just kind of, starts patting their various pouches and,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
One of your senior NCOs is like, I've got a stall coin. That has a flag on it.
Just hold on to that. But honestly, if they're ignoring our communications or something is I will air quote wrong with the communication equipment, the most direct way is to have someone actually fly through that artillery curtain and get in contact with somebody.
I do not the captain looks at you like you're a fucking idiot. I'm not sure I recommend that, Lieutenant.
It's like, do you recommend waiting until they run out of shells?
We could do that. No, I suspect what will happen in due time is if we continue to wait, they will simply take the front of the fort. The question is, we have technically accomplished our mission. While the primary Commonwealth forces are distracted, we could withdraw to the scouts' position. Though that might, since you've accomplished our primary objective, our orders are not necessarily to wait here. If the Major wants the damned fort so much, he can have it, rather than send my own men into further danger. Or, since we are in a tactically advantageous position, we could, rather than fly directly into fire, we could take the gatehouse and signal that perhaps we have taken the entrance. At least then they should stop the artillery barrage, though there would still be a fight for the fortress. Or I suppose we could just huddle underground, wait for them to get in, and just be like, "Oh, we were busy doing our job the whole time." No idea it even happened.
I scoff at that.
They bombarded us? Who knows? Never noticed. She kind of shrugs. There's some chuckles among your men. In case you forgot that you have a one of the campaign conditions is legendary commander and high morale. So everybody's in good spirits.
So, I have taken the commander has been eliminated, but I do have about 7 mages underground under watch. They are disarmed. If we were to withdraw, would we withdraw them with us, or would we leave them?
I mean, they wouldn't have flying units if they're Earth mages, so that we'd have to carry them. I don't know if we want to take that risk, especially considering that might. Well, I do not necessarily want to appear like I am taking hostages, but their comrades might be hesitant to shoot us. Then, do you think they'd be cooperative with being aerially extracted?
Well, we'll get them away from the shooting and the fighting.
Not everybody is so eager to leave a fight, as there's another, huge. One of the Commonwealth artillery pieces actually gets hit with a stray shot and explodes. They're down to about 5 guns now.
Well, I would like to make the offer. As I said, they have given me the surrender. I am responsible for them.
Okay. Very well then. I guess we'll regroup on the. Well, we can't call it a roof anymore. Sideways look at Ulrich. We can regroup on the top floors and get ready to fly out. Make sure everybody is equipped.
I could remake the floor, kind of.
Let's not bother.
I don't
think we're staying long.
No. So besides basically having a fort with a giant hole means we can just literally take off from inside undercover and then just zoop 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 as we withdraw.
Yep.
So, but as I said, I'll ask the captain to come down with me to speak with the prisoners.
All right. She starts pointing. She's like, you, everybody regroup, gather all the stuff, do the things. I'm yelling.
That's right. I will radio ahead to my men that we're coming down with the captain.
Okay. You assume that gets telephoned along because they don't play the game of telephone backwards to tell you it got through.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
we will head down.
Okay. All right. How fast you going? Are you you sprinting your way back down?
I would like to go at a brisk jog.
Okay, so no need to roll, but you don't make bad time, but you don't make extra time back.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I said, I'm like an armor and suit now, so it's like I'm a bit heavier.
Yeah, though you don't take any base movement penalties. Nope. Good ol' you. All right. Yeah. So you just head back. I assume it's the 4 of you and the captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't leave anybody anywhere. All right. You jog back. You still hear the booms and thumps. On this level, it's a little scarier. Stuff's shaking and breaking. There's only layers of stone held up by, like, pillars and timbers and bare earth, hard-packed earth above you.
Mm-hmm.
So you go ahead and wiggle your way down. You walk through the vault room. There's basically, like, 3 of the 4 guys you sent down. Actually, do you take the relay man with you, or do you leave him at the stairs, just in case?
I leave him at the stairs.
Okay.
Just in case.
So yeah, the 3 guys who you sent up on ahead are, like, waiting by the front door. They got, like, rifles unslung, but not at the ready,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can kind of, like, salutes everybody walk in. Your team is just kind of like, they probably, like, pulled out their canteens and are, like, drinking up, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They've maybe passed out a couple of ration bars to the prisoners.
Yeah.
And are minding their own business. Their lieutenant appears to have kind of, slumped a little bit, in the back, just, waiting there, eyes closed, kind of like silently listening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and make me an awareness check, actually, both of you. I guess your companions can make this also if you fail, but,
Okay.
I got a 28. I think that should be good for awareness. Perception. Yeah. 0 degrees of success.
Okay. Yeah, I made the wrong thing again. Marth, how'd you do? Ooh, wow. Okay. So, LT, you don't notice anything. Ooh, gosh. No. Yeah, no, I'll PM Marth this. Can I just do that from here? Let's see. Oh, that did work. Yay. Oh, great. I can't hear you guys now. Did we get weird?
No, I just haven't said anything.
Okay, no, your things were lighting up. I was like, are you guys talking?
I was just pressing my control key, which is also my talk key.
So you have that information.
Okay. I'll just like inform Wolfgang.
Okay, well, do it in character.
Do it in character.
Yeah. I was just like, the lieutenant, that one is a decoy.
That's a capital D decoy, by the way.
An actual decoy. Magic. Is it actually a magic decoy or just
yes, when I say capital D decoy, that's decoy is in the spell decoy.
The illusion spell, isn't that the illusion spell?
Yes. And I have the illusion spell. Decoy.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure I have that spell.
Well, it's a pretty easy, there's a really easy way to check.
Well, I'm gonna cast me some goddamn Aether Sense. Oh, this is the real easy way to check, but...
Okay, you have a minus 20 at this. For reasons.
Minus 20, I have my fucking...
You're back in your mobility unit. Yeah, you got your cores and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend 2 charges. I didn't really need to, but okay. I spent them. Well, I guess it means I can go really fucking far then. Because I rolled a fucking 4. So, let's see, what is mine? Well, 41, 81, minus 20, 60, 61. 5 degrees of success.
That's what? She's at 50 meters? That's a lot of fucking meters.
Yes. Ugh. Yep, natural sources, Ethereum's addition to things. You can also determine the affinity for a natural aether or a mage.
Okay. You boople. Yeah, that's a magic decoy.
Yep.
And I mean you passed pretty good. So, below you there is another fuzzier sense. You're not sure what that is. You think it's a mage because you can feel them, but it's weird now. There are definitely only 6 earth mages in this room. Also, since you passed your your awareness earlier, both of you did. I'll say that you noticed that you thought the little offering bowl in the altar was part of the altar. It's not, because it's gone.
Oh, no.
Okay, so that was also an illusion.
I assume you're starting to look concerned. The captain's overhearing this. She's kind of just quirking an eyebrow. One of your guys, says, Lieutenant, some of the matter?
It's like, no, this is, it is a rapid fire orders time. I'm just be like, Adjutant, Ulrich, medic, on me. Captain, I hate to put this on you, but things have probably just got from bad to worse, and I need to go contain it, so I must politely ask you to explain the situation to these men while I go deal with something.
Okay,
and
so the captain does the very easy thing. She grabs she kicks a bit of rock in the ground into the decoy. The decoy disappears in a puff of ether.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, huh? When did that happen?
And with that, I'm just going to take off down the tunnel.
Okay. Roll athletics. Because you're sprinting down a dark hallway. A dark staircase, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have to use agility this time.
Yeah, well, I got 13 out.
Okay, so I was about to tell you there's probably a minus 20 or something, or a 10 for low light in there.
Yeah, well, I'll make it with 0 degrees of success then.
All right, you don't trip and fall and bust your ass.
That's kind
Oh, let me take off 2 from my extra core. I only got 1 charge left in this thing.
All right, so you sprint down. You're back at the base again.
Mm-hmm.
The cave level. It's very dark in here. It's kind of eerie. There's kind of like that odd cave lighting. It's actually it feels a little cold down here.
Oh, that ain't good.
So what are you doing now?
How long does my Aether Sense last? Hang on, one
I
second.
think it's instant, one and done.
Heck. Yeah, no, it's night vision that lasts a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Let's see. So we're in the cave, and they kind of spread out. But wasn't there like a building or something that we're going towards or something?
No.
So you're talking about the vault?
No. Like fuck. I guess I'll just fucking maybe no night vision. On night vision. Magic.
Oh. Yeah, I could go for night vision too.
I got 30. That's 1 degree of success. That is spellcasting, half action, successful, greatly boost natural vision, remove all penalties for low lights, and half penalties for pitch blackness. For a number of minutes equal to DOS. So with a little bit of lighting and stuff, I should be able to see. Can I find out which way fucking the LT went? Is there like a path, passage, anything?
Tracking would be investigation or survival. Because instantly no. There's not like there's any extra entrances or anything down here. If you remember correctly, you go down the tunnel and you basically enter into this huge hollowed out cave area that's full of these like semi-natural pillars they've built.
Well, I will bark orders. Spread out, see if we can find out which way the LT went.
Okay.
All right, everybody roll investigation. You're splitting the fuck up.
So just straight up investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or survival. If that's better for
Or
you.
survival.
Track.
Which both are 36, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so you have both.
I do have investigation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I think because I think Companion also allowed me to pick like 3 different skills. Or yeah, that was right. 3 different skills from that. So okay, so I'll have my companion just help me.
I said I got 0 degrees of success.
Actually, I suppose theoretically this should be subterfuge. What's the opposing to find me?
I think that's.
Isn't that camouflage?
I mean,
well, that's not to be seen. This is like you're trying to track them.
Oh,
I think that is.
Yeah, it's probably subterfuge because that doesn't make sense as deception.
Okay.
Okay, so that doesn't. I don't think that works.
So,
what's
still for
subterfuge based on?
underhanded or nefarious activities.
Yeah, not being followed is probably subterfuge.
I guess you're trying to not. I mean, if you're not trying not to be found, that's pretty
nefarious.
underhanded.
Yeah, what's subterfuge based off again?
Agility.
Okay, alright. So that's not a pass. Alright. So, okay. So, Ulrich sees nothing. LT, as you guys fan out, you catch the faintest hint of, because obviously these guys are underground. They're wearing, like, non-standard heavy-duty work boots.
Mm-hmm.
You catch some feminine boot prints, I guess, that look more recent than the others, kind of like scooching off into the darkness. So they go that way.
Call over.
Okay, before you do that, though, Ulrich, you kind of fanned out in a completely different direction. You hear you only heard that no, you hear like a scraping sound like somebody or clacking sound like somebody jogged or bumped their foot against something. In the completely opposite direction from where your LT is looking. What do you do? Marth, that's you? I can't hear him. He's talking. You lean on your button. There you go.
There you are.
Okay, so so pretty much so Wolfgang knows, but I don't. And
you hear something in the opposite direction that sounds like somebody moving around down here.
So he hears and I don't.
No, you hear something. I'm saying specifically, you hear something.
Okay. What do okay, in opposite direction. Let's see here. I'll go for trying to ping in that direction with Aether Sense.
Okay. Minus 20.
Okay. Alright, so... Well, thankfully my familiar bonus beats that. And I'll spend... Okay. Since I actually recharged, I'll spend a couple of my cores. Okay, that's going to be 4... I think that's right. Let's see here. 5247, yeah.
So is that a fail? You want to get that right, or you add up your math?
I did... Okay, so I did post a thing that was 45 out of 92 because I spent
that's that one.
2 Aether Core charges.
Alright, so that's 45 out of that.
First one.
Okay. Alright. So, in the direction of that sound came from, you guys are down here again. You sense those elementals wandering around. There's probably a couple of those over there. But, elementals float, so they don't make foot noises. You also get that fuzzy feeling I described to Wolfgang earlier of some kind of weird, muted sense. Behind you, the direction the LT is looking. Lieutenant, you are going to bark out some orders. You can now go about that.
Alright, so, I will say everyone to form up on me, and I'm going to start following these tracks.
Okay. So pretty much that was in the direction of that Wolfgang was looking or off. Sorry.
So basically what happened is, when I found some footprints, you heard someone making a noise in the complete opposite direction of me. When you used your Aether Sense to check it out, you got a sense of something there, but it was muted and funny.
Okay.
Muted and funny. So basically, whatever this muted and funny feeling is you're getting, it is the complete opposite direction of what I am going.
No, incorrect. Other way around. I'm sorry if that wasn't more clear. No, he does not sense anything in the direction that sound came from. There is nothing there. He senses that person in the direction you were looking before, where the tracks go.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's probably a different illusion. Yeah, there's a different illusion spell that allows you to cast the sound going the opposite direction.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm still going to I'm going to keep going with what I was going.
Well, yeah, I suppose now this is a good point to ask. If Ulrich will let the lieutenant know, hey, I hear something over there, but there's nothing over there.
Yeah, I'll just let him quickly. I'll just quickly tell him.
Ask him if, did you investigate and find anything?
I checked with the spell, and just seems like a muted feeling. Just sounds are but the feeling I get from Aether Senses, it's muted, so it might or might not be something.
And so we're dealing with a mage who obviously has some skill with illusion spells, so we have to go with solid evidence. We have footprints. Yeah. They seem real. I'm gonna touch them.
You smudge some dust around the footprints. You're pretty sure it's a real footprint.
Okay, booyah! Alright, we're gonna follow these footprints.
Okay.
Actually, Marth, you're a tracker type, aren't you?
Yes.
You follow these
footprints.
This is your
actually, you upgraded last time. What's your advanced career now?
My advanced career is Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's his. Technically, that's his job. He is your most experienced at upfront shenanigans. I think technically this mission bumped him to a Pathfinder because you invented pathfinding. Kind of. You invented this type of pathfinding operation anyway.
And from what I know, Pathfinder gave me the skill subterfuge.
Yeah, you're a shifty fuck now.
You're the
Sneaking
shifty
up on
fuck.
people.
It's like,
So actually, that brings up a
Yeah,
good point. If you're just gonna follow the tracks, you follow the tracks. If you want to sneakily follow the tracks, that's shadowing somebody. That's subterfuge.
I'm going to sneakily follow the tracks.
Okay. LT, what about you?
Let me see.
As I adjust my microphone slightly farther away from my face.
This is technically acting underhanded, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I
guess
do
it
have
would be
some.
if you're stalking.
I mean,
Also, it's important to note it's dark down here.
agility.
You get a +10 bonus because it's dark.
I will not like it, but actually, I won't consider this underhanded. No, she fucking broke her surrender.
Yeah, she did.
Alright.
I'll just have
Doesn't that I don't know if
I mean, that doesn't necessarily make future shifty things okay, but you're not. I mean, you're moving with caution. You're traveling cautiously.
yeah,
so.
I said, she has broken her word, so I'm not gonna say no, I can just if it's a criminal, but no, it's she has definitely had some underhanded dealings. So I think maybe getting the drop on her, as long as I'm not gonna fucking immediately shank her, is still honorable.
Yes.
That's the way I want to spend it.
Yeah, and I'll have my companion assist since he also has that skill.
Does my companion have subterfuge? No, she doesn't.
Yeah, due to Comrade.
Oh wait, she does. What the fuck?
Yeah, due to Comrade, I picked up three different skills. So.
All right. Well, Marth, I'm just gonna follow you.
Okay.
Step where I step, move where I move.
I guess
Walk
I'll have my
without rhythm.
companion assist me.
Yep, for another +10.
Yeah. So +10, I negate my my
Okay.
honorable penalty with logic, and +10 for darkness, I guess.
Yeah, you have concealment basically.
Darkness imprisoning
So
me.
38 out of 62, 54, 20.
Shit, what skill is subterfuge under again? I didn't write it down.
Agility.
Thank you.
By the way, subterfuge is also the skill that allows you to cheat at gambling.
I would never use my subterfuge for that. Never. Yeah, I got 2 degrees of success. Thank God for this +20.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right. Pathfinder is also one for +10 on. Oh, that's only for navigation and survival, so this doesn't help.
Alright, so you're moving along. I need everybody to make me an agility test.
Okay, straight up agility.
Yep.
0 degrees of success.
Success.
Yeah, sorry.
I
I rolled 30 out of 30.
Nice. That's really good. Because that was a flash check. While you guys are sneaking about, you get the impression that somebody lost track of you and tried to do something. And you see a bright flash you see a buildup of a bright flash of light. You shield your eyes. You're not blinded. For a brief second, you saw the outline of a person before you had to cover your eyes up there. What do you do? You can, having already rolled subterfuge, if you want to just keep sneaking up, you can let that ride. But if you want to change your attitude now.
Yeah,
I saw
they were trying to sense us.
Would they use a flashlight and it burned out or something?
No, this was flash like a magic mishap. You know this very well. You've been blinded by this before.
Oh!
Yeah.
Somebody's casting magic over there, and they goofed it a little. Because I rolled a 22.
AKA 1, 2. Well, that's the thing. We can keep sneaking and just hope that it wasn't about them trying to, censor us.
You're the Pathfinder. I'll let you take lead on this. If you wanna break from tracking and go on to attack, that's you, my bud. But as I said, this is your shtick. You know how to pathfind.
Let's see here. They were trying to. I would most likely guess that they were trying to find us. So let's going to attack them.
All right. So you basically stop your sneaking and you start the charging.
Yes.
All right. You guys gonna do anything about this, or you just gonna go for it?
No, actually, before you, I know this is kind of mean of me, but before you, break out, I'm gonna, put my hand on your shoulder and be like, wait, let's get closer first. Whisper, whisper.
Okay,
Let's see. I'll
let's do
say the light was probably a good, 15, 10 meters in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be another decoy.
Yeah.
I have to Google a lot of my own spell abilities right now.
Okay, so let's start sneaking some more.
Well, yeah, you can let it ride because you already passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. These characters might need spells that work at longer range in future. There's a lot of meters in DOS going on in some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Though, hey, completely unrelated to literally anything that's happening right now, but Ghost Sound has a very robust 10 times DOS meters. Or is it 10 times, whatever, it's 10 times something meters. So that was great. Some of this other stuff, not so much. So, okay. So here's a weird situation. Well, I suppose actually, let me double check. Do I have to roll this first? Because there's a weird thing going on here. But let me roll some dice first. Because you're still sneaking. You're taking a while. Okay. Alright, so when you're about 10 meters away, we come to an interesting question. Which is that you can only do telepathy on willing targets. So, LT, you're getting a collect call. Do you accept the charges?
Wait. What was the question again?
Telepathy only works on the willing, so do you accept the call?
I'll accept the call.
You're getting a mind Skype. Alright, hold on. Short burst of words or images. Okay, so, alright, you choose not to ward off the communication. You feel a little like a shiver down your spine, as you make the mental connection. This is probably the first time you've done telepathy before. Though you've probably been briefed on it. And so, by the way, speaking in a very different tone of voice than she was managing earlier, the lieutenant, kind of speaks to you in a very suddenly cold, neutral voice, and like, I am eternally surprised by the robustness and ingenuity at which your peoples execute war. She's speaking very formally and archaically almost. By the way, still though in your native stall.
Oh.
So, you can communicate mentally with a person, so.
Alright, can you repeat what she said, though? I guess that you cut out a little bit there.
The less flowery version, since I already got the speech out in the recording, is basically she says something like, I'm eternally surprised at your people's ingenuity and persistence in war.
I will just merely respond with, like, unfortunately, that's the fallacy of humanity. All one can really do is try to lessen the brunt of it.
Oh, but on the contrary, I do not wish to lessen anything. Make me awareness tests.
Awareness. Here we go.
Okay.
This is hearing based, so you don't have to worry about any positives or negatives or whether your night vision's still working. Though it should be. You guys both rolled a decent amount of success.
I failed. Yeah.
You hear nothing. You're having a mind conversation. By the way, do you make a hand gesture so they know that you're taking a phone call right now?
Oh yeah, I'll just do the fist up, and I'll have my hand over my ear.
Okay. Then look, your adjutant looks at you completely perplexed. Ulrich, you hear the sound of somebody drawing steel, like a little knife or some kind of blade, just kind of.
And I'll just say I'll just make a quick signal.
One person armed or something like that. Whatever the appropriate hand signs are.
Yeah, I'll just make a appropriate signal, one person armed.
One hostile. One hostile. Melee.
And they'll just...
He makes the psycho stabbing you in the shower gesture. No. We're 100% serious right now.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, well, the conversation continues. Once again, mechanical behind the curtain, it would appear that the person hosting this call is spending the half action each quote-unquote round to maintain the connection.
Mm-hmm. So the last thing she said was, So, but last thing she said was basically, "Oh, but why lessen it? Like what?"
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. That's like, despite, as I said, despite the necessity of wars, I necessarily do not like conflict, but unfortunately it is the means to the end. So whatever you are getting at, I must ask you to desist and come quietly.
You've never heard anybody mentally tilt their head at you before, so that's a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
You get that vibe, and says,
I'm kind of getting the feeling that this LT has been possessed by something.
kind of tilt your head, and it's like, I have never in all my years been able to understand your kind. Alas, understanding is not required. The only thing that matters to us is the strife, the chaos. You're getting a mental picture now. You see the offering bowl below you. The person who is the, you recognize the hands as lieutenant. Got like just a bayonet knife, a combat knife in one hand. Bare left palm, held out over the bowl, and is just like, well, this is an inelegant tool. As always, there is something to be gained in everything, and you can see through the mental picture she's going to slice her palm open, and her blood is going to pour into the bowl.
We need to not let that happen.
Okay, what are you going to do about that? Earthquake! No, you guys don't have any of the fun spells.
And like health? Right, she's only 10.
She has a fucking knife, right? That knife is metal, right? Guess who got fucking magnetism?
Yeah, go for it.
It's time to do a flick of the wrist.
Alright.
Switch and flick, motherfucker. Oh, what
this would be opposed by a strength, I believe.
Good luck with that. I rolled a fucking 2.
So that's your max. Yeah, it's like 57. Some number that's not that.
So that is. I don't have any bonuses because I forgot to spend fucking charge. Whatever. 4 degrees of success. Yeah.
All right. So magnetism. What does that do for you?
Magnetism. Doobity 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 doop. Roll down here. Make a spellcasting roll as a half action. If successful, you may push or pull a metallic object within your will and meters away towards you a number of meters equal to 10x DOS. If that object is held by a person, they oppose with a strength test.
Which they have failed to do so. So what's your will? It's more than like 10, so you're
40.
good.
Yeah.
Towards you or away from you? 40 meters.
Away. It was just a reflex. Push it away.
There's an audible grunt of effort that you all hear, and then you see a flick of light as something metallic shoots away, and echoing in the distance of the cave, you hear like a like you just embedded a stone object because there's probably not 40 meters of cavern left.
Yeah. So at that immediate moment, charge.
Okay, roll initiative.
Okay. Charge. Initiative.
Let's see. Fuck.
So let's see.
What, 3? Plus 3, 12.
12, you say?
Damn, Marth, you fast.
Yeah, he upped his agility.
Oh,
yeah, I have that AG of 4. Well, and that was due to the additional agility from the origin or background updates. And I only counted for, I think, the agility mod.
Alrighty.
There's one thing that Lucky does not do. It is let someone slice their fucking palm into a fucking offering bowl.
No, good on you. You did good. You do goo. Ulrich, you're first.
I do goo.
There's about 10 meters between you and the target. You assume because you can hear. You would guess based on the spacing that she has her back to a rock pillar, so that's full cover.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I think you've literally taken away all of her weapons. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Megan, can I spend some of my XP right now?
What do you want to spend your XP on?
Grappling.
Okay. You have fun with that.
The what?
I said, okay, you have fun with that. So yeah, Marth, it's use. Oh, shit, I got to take notes on this, actually.
Okay. So, pretty
How much
much.
careful even cost? Fuck. We gotta double check that.
Right, so she's pretty much in full cover.
Yeah,
right
she's
now,
in full
so-
cover.
So I can't exactly charge yet.
I mean, can you make 10 meters? Well, actually, you probably can. Sprinter.
My max is like 6.
So yeah, no, you can sprint to a target past cover. It's just you
Okay.
can't see her to shoot her. You know.
I can't see to shoot, but I can charge.
Yeah, because you make a movement that is a distance, and then at the end of it, you make an attack. So you'll get
so
past the
I'm
pillar.
going to charge, and then I'll have my companion double team.
Okay.
And I think I need to remember what weapon I have for right now.
Bayonet.
Yeah, bayonet.
I believe you're. Assuming nothing changed since last time, you've got your bayonet on the ring on your trench gun.
Yeah.
And are going to stab somebody, maybe.
Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. So, back to that. Switching to my bayonet. Okay, that's what it is. So that's this charge, which is plus 20. Means double team, that's plus 10.
So,
Fuck.
Now, just
let me double check response possibilities. Excuse me.
Ow. Thank you.
Where was I? Oh. You can do that as a reaction.
okay, and
Yeah, okay.
double team, the target takes minus 10.
Alright, yeah, so this will just be a dodge dupe. Roll agility. Or evasion, technically. So this is a minus 10?
Yeah, minus 10 due to double team.
So it's just their agility then. That's an odd 5. That's going to be 3 degrees of success.
Yeah, so dodged.
You whip around with your bayonet and go for a stab and just, fluid, like a martial artist. She just, twirls out of the way. Pivots on a heel. You miss. Spark
Yeah.
against the stone. So that was a full round action for you.
And
Going
now-
at a whopping 13.
Oh god.
It's her. Okay, so she does her half action to do something that you don't follow right now. But hold on, I gotta take notes really quick. Hold on, I gotta copy this. Because, just to warn you guys, something strange in your neighborhood is happening.
Is this the enemy?
Yeah, I need that much leadership. Let's
Dispossession? There are questions. I have many questions.
take care of that. Okay.
I want to take her alive, but can I?
Yeah, well, have fun with that. So with the second half action, she's going to make an unarmed attack on you, and we'll see if something happens with that.
Oh, okay.
Oh bad.
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't want
Oh
that.
bad. No.
Unarmed attack.
Yeah, let's leave it.
I don't know,
Let's-
Marth. The way that Omega
leave it that
keeps
way.
honestly saying, we might actually have to end her.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's 32 out of 50, which is a success. 1 degree.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm going to have to dodge that.
All right.
Oh, first see
I
what she's gonna do.
I think the bayonet is defensive when it's on a thing.
What is defensive?
I think that your bayonet when it's basically a spear. I think it's defensive.
Let me see here. Bayonet, defensive, yes.
Okay, so you get a plus 10 if you want to try and parry, or you can try and dodge. I don't know what's better for you.
Okay, so, well, 30 plus 10 is 40, while dodging is evasion, which is 42. Yeah, I'm going to go with evasion is better.
Alright. And, hey, quick question. What's deception under? Is that charisma?
Deception is under charisma.
Okay.
So 42.
Alright. Well, you'll find out some stuff depending on how this goes.
Okay. It's like...
Well, I'm gonna roll damage, so are you gonna take it? It's an unarmed attack.
So, right, but I don't know of any additional effects from
So
this
that's a
yet.
23 on hit locations.
Do I want to take it?
Let me see. Well, she already used a half action, so you're only getting attacked once this round.
Right. You know what? I'm going to just take it.
Oh god.
Okay.
I do have toughness of
where's
4.
my hit locations again, me. There it is. Critical damage, hit locations. So, 32 body. Okay, so you're going to get your best armor for this. Let's see what happens. So that's... Unarmed is what? 1d10 divided by 2?
Would be 10 divided by 2. 5?
No, it's, I believe unarmed is 1d10 divided by 2. Yeah,
Yeah,
plus
it is.
strength mod, natural. So that's a 4, so that's 2, plus her current strength is that, so that's... So you take 6 damage, pen 4 to the body. Hey, this chick has claws suddenly. As she rakes them across your armor vest.
6, pen, 4.
Or your
so
body
that's-
armor.
Goes
Yeah.
entirely through that. So that's going to be 2 wounds because of my toughness modifier 4.
Yeah, and just chink right through your armor across your chest.
Oh, that's bad.
It's like, I'll just use my free action. This girl has claws now.
Well, now everybody has to make the fear test. Good job, Ulrich. Not just you. Everybody roll will. By the way,
And
you're not
thankfully-
inside your commander's magic fear bubble right now, Ulrich, because you're 10 meters away.
Thankfully, I'm brave.
You are brave, Ulrich.
I have the chance of... Okay, so that's 42, 52 that I have to roll under.
Will check, will check, will check, 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 will check, check, will check. I fail
But how much there, Chief?
by 1 degree.
It's
It
a
was,
plus. That's a plus 10 on my fear roll, unless you want to do something about that failure there.
I think I'm gonna need luck here pretty soon, so
Okay, he's gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna hope it's
Alright,
not
so
bad.
I'm gonna roll a percentile, plus 10. So Ulrich is fine. I rolled like ass, so that's a 0-5, so that's becomes only a 15. You're startled. You can only take a single half action on your next turn and may act normally after that.
Ugh.
So unfortunately, that
Sounds
means you can't
appropriate.
charge. But yeah, hey, it's you now. You're shocked, Lieutenant. This girl has
Gasp.
claws. All right, you got a half action. What are you doing?
Actually, let me double check something here real quick. Alright, so, as a companion, I did buy Snap out of it for my companion, and as a companion action, the companion may roll a social skill test to cancel the effects of a failed fear test on their shoulder or wake them from consciousness.
Solid. This
So,
counts. So if she
yeah.
passes whatever social skill test it is,
Mm-hmm.
you get your other half action back.
So-
Yay, you.
Yay me. So, let me check here. I gotta check her social... she's, I'm sorry, she is sadistic, so she's gonna use intimidation to literally slap the shit out of me, berate me.
Okay. Get your acts together.
Smack! Smack! Hang on, let me check something here real quick again.
Oh, by the way,
No,
since
that's-
I don't think it's well, it might come up. I guess I don't need to mention that. I'll leave that out until later. We'll see if that
Yeah.
comes up. I'll if at the end of the session this isn't revealed, I'll cover it.
Oh, she actually rolled a 7. What the fuck? Okay. She actually does it.
Okay, you have your full action.
Huh!
Also, since you were sneaking up on her for a while, I'll give you plenty of times to like pick your weapons.
Oh yeah, I'm sword and board as usual. I decided against the grappling, because I was like, actually, like,
You're gonna save that XP for something that more
Yeah.
important.
yeah. But, she has claws. Are there any magics I know that gives person claws?
You can roll an academics, I guess, real quick as a reflex. Monsterology.
I said it's because that's the spooks. Oh, that's a decent roll. That's a 31
You're pretty smart.
out of 38, so it's 0 degrees of success.
I mean, maybe in better lighting you'd have to check. If she's literally got claws, that doesn't sound like a magic thing. That sounds like a beast man thing, or you also recall from when you were very small and were on your granny's knee, and she would tell you spooky stories, which, because you're German, were the unabridged version that would make you wet yourself. You have heard of the doppelganger, literally double goer, the supposed, because obviously nobody's seen a daemon in years, centuries. They're totally gone. They're all extinct. But the legend of the doppelganger, or the doppel for short, is that they are a human, or a demon in the form of a human, and that when they are revealed, they will show their true colors and can suddenly display monstrous abilities, which may include claws. So there's that.
All right, so shit, we don't actually have like any light sources on, do we?
No, you only have the ambient lighting that was left over down here.
Well, fuck.
Actually, no. You guys are carrying. One of you at least is carrying a lantern.
Oh no, I have the lantern, but I think we turned it off like earlier.
You shuttered it. You never said you turned it off.
Oh, that's right. Well, I will fucking unshutter.
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
unshutter it as like a free action?
Yeah, probably. That's just
Or
slap. That's quick.
So-
I think
like-
interacting with an object.
and
you're next to is a
I'm
free
gonna
action.
charge, which I can barely do because this is the first run of combat, and it doesn't really matter for Marth because he is the fucking wind.
He a fast
But,
boy.
Yeah. We
Wait,
have lightning
I think
skirmish.
Is charge a full action?
Yeah, charge is a
yes.
full.
Yes, charge full action.
Yeah.
Can you use academics for that? Is a
No, that was a reflexive. Do I know
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
okay.
As
Oh,
you
it's
mentioned
just-
claws, I'm all like, she didn't have claws before. Why does she have claws now?
Okay.
But yeah, since I've, like-
Theoretically, like you've like maybe like a water mage could make like ice claws or something, or you're metal. You could try and like shape metal into some claws, but it sure doesn't sound like she's using a claw weapon. No, it sounds like from what Ulrich said, she has claws. By the way, Ulrich, she totally her fingers end in like long jet black talons.
That's spooky.
Yeah,
But,
that's spooky.
I will make the charge attack myself. I can barely, because she's 10 meters, right?
10.
Yeah, so my normal is 3, but with lightning skirmish, that boosts my base up to 5. Double that is 10. So yeah, barely make that shit.
Well, luckily for you, she already used her reflex to not get bayoneted earlier.
Well, it sucks for her, because here comes a whole lot of fucking sword.
Well, we'll see. Actually, that's good. I gotta, curse me in my own... wait, no. I could have multiple tabs. Google, duplicate that tab. 'Cause now I need to look up an entirely different stat block. Because I need to figure out what armor the...
I was
armor
gonna
should
say
be wearing.
that I rolled 0 degrees of success. I rolled
Okay.
35 out of 41.
So that's 53. That's a body somewhere. Well, you succeed,
Not
so...
dodge, I will go ahead.
Okay. Body armor is what, 4?
Excuse me?
Body armor is 4 in the torso?
Yes.
Okay. So she has 4 armor and then indeterminate amount of toughness.
Yeah, so I
Which
use my
will probably
longsword,
surprise you.
So it is.
You guys really shouldn't have let her take that free half action.
Right.
It's too bad you whiffed.
Too bad.
But let's see here. So it is 1d10 plus 5 AP 4.
Okay, takes care of the armor.
I will roll. I rolled a 5. So 10 points of damage to the chest. Minus 4 AP. Whatever.
Okay, so toughness takes some of that off. So you said that was 10 normally? Where'd my calculator go? Not that I need it now, but just in case. Okay. Alright, you slash her across the back. In like a... you're doing a charge, so you do like the full, throw your weight into the slash and just whooshing across her back. And that was your full round action. So top of the round, Ulrich.
Alright. This one has claws. I'm going to... Right. Switching weapons is a half action?
Yes.
Okay. So... Okay, I think I need to bring out a better weapon here, so I'm going to switch over to the moles, to the whatever, to the one of the other the melee weapon that I picked up. I think it was like the a maul or something, or warhammer?
Yeah, a maul. Yeah, or a war. The stats are the same, but it's a maul because it's wood.
Yeah, I'll go and use the freaking maul on this
Okay.
one. So I'll do that, then I'll have double team,
Okay.
and then I'll just attack.
It's a lot of degrees. Should we try for it? Yeah, okay. She'll spend her response to dodge. Probably gonna regret that with Ulrich in the back pocket, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The devil you know versus the devil you don't. Okay, so that's... How many degrees did you get? 3?
Yeah, 3. And remember, it's a straight.
Okay, she also gets 3s, so she dodges. You go for the swing and just whoop, under it. So, she feels fast. She seems faster than she was when you got that first swing in, if that's possible. That's a little weird.
What the fuck?
Okay. She's dodgy as frick.
Still only has 1 response action, and she used it. But it's her turn, hey! Wolfgang, you really annoyed her. She gonna try and touch you.
Oh, bad touch!
Let's see, 19 out of 60? So that's 4 degrees. If you wish to oppose being touched.
Yeah, don't get touched.
Okay.
Is that me?
No, it's Wolfgang. She's a little mad at him.
Yeah, I bet. So I will go for the straight up dodge. My shield though does have the. Does the passive barrier affect this? The don't touch?
I guess yeah. So that would make it. You only need 2 degrees.
All right. So considering she just seems to touch me and wants to attack me, I feel like I don't actually want to. Wait, maybe I should. I'll use a barrier. I'll use active barrier.
Yep.
So I don't actually physically come in contact with her. It's time to double barrier, bitches. I will use the last charge out of my extra core.
Okay.
For plus 20. Thank God we brought down these ability suits.
Yeah, really thank God. Also remember, I do have mana battery.
Yeah. So... Oh, I think that's like literally... Nope. Oh, I think it still gets through. With 1 degree of success. Because I rolled 51, and with my will of 40 plus 20, that's only 60.
Yeah, so she rolled 2 degrees. So you get touched. Her hand just reaches through the barrier. You close like around her wrist, but one of those talons just gives you a gentle tap. So she got 4 degrees total. So you take 4 wounds that ignores armor and toughness, and she recovers 4 wounds as you just got drain touched.
Oh no!
Oh,
so she slurps a little bit of your life away, and then since that was only half action, she's gonna go ahead and bring her other hand around and just try and claw you. Though now she goofs it. That's a 60 out of 50. Your shield's kind of in the way. Her claw hand just kind of sweeps over your head, makes a whistling sound.
It's like...
all right.
Okay.
Wolfgang, it's you.
Wolfgang.
It is now time to get fucking serious.
She just gave you a bad touch.
Yes, she did.
Which also means she fixed 2/3 of the damage you did to her last time.
Oh no, she's about to get a bunch more fucking damage now.
Yeah. Do it.
So, I recant the pose, in which I hold my sword aloft, and it's getting fucking tempered.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend the charge from my standard core, because I really want this to not fail. That brings it down to 8. 60. I'm gonna roll them dice. I rolled a 26. That is 3 degrees of success. So for the next, where's my temper? There it is. 3 rounds. My sword has now increased its armor piercing by 4 and its damage by 4. I'll motion for my companion to follow up my melee attacks, and we will double team her. So I will get a plus 10, and I will just take a standard slash at her.
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 12. Booyah.
Well, she's out of responses.
Yeah, so you just hit.
Now that it matters, but what hit location was that?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so
So
that's
that
21.
would be
That's one of her
21.
arms.
Mm-hmm.
Her armies.
It's like, you don't like the arms. They hurt.
No, I don't.
That is the left arm. So that's the arm that just whipped around and tried to take your head off.
It's like,
No, I don't like this. No, I do not. Double team just gives me the +10. It doesn't do anything for damage. If I remember.
Yeah,
But
double team it makes you more accurate. It makes it harder for them to dodge.
That's right. It was. So it is now 1d10 plus 9, AP 8. I rolled an 8, so that is 17 points of damage. AP 8.
All right, gotta take some toughness off that.
Actually, now that I have my light and I'm up in her grill, is she looking kind of fucking crazy?
I mean, she looks about like how you remember. She's still a little weirdly pale in this light, but her features are about where you went. It's just, the weird thing is, like I said, now that her fingers don't end in fingers, they end in, like I said, like jet black talons.
Just be like, what are you? What is this demon sorcery?
So hold on. So let's see. Okay, so that's, even with toughness, that's 13. Do I make a shock test for this? Oh, no. Okay. Still can go unconscious, so let's make a shock test. Toughness, because you did 13, which is more than what she's got in half terms currently.
I like having temper. I just don't like having it on all the time.
right, because of the...
Right,
It is very lethal.
Alright, she stays conscious.
Okay.
See, now I'm scared.
Well, Ulrich gets to go next, because your turn's over.
Okay. Let's see here. What can... how much do I just want to be like... right, I'm in point-blank range.
I mean, I was going to say this earlier when you were talking about switching. I was like, you could really butter the LT's bacon and have switched to the shotgun and just tried to filter with buckshot, but...
Yeah, I could have.
I mean, I guess technically she's not in melee with... She is in melee, but she's not in melee with you anymore.
Oh, right, technically. But I'm also, like, point-blank with her still.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I just got bad touch, and I am exchanging blade against her claws? I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Right, what...
do what you want to do.
Well, I'm just thinking about this. Would stone veins count as firing into melee, even though I'm point blank?
Well, okay, so it's not a normal range attack in that sense. Like, they don't necessarily get to... You don't have to worry about, like, point blank and stuff. It's, range is its range, because it's a spellcrafting roll.
Okay.
It's single target, not area, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, I'm doing this. So that's going to be plus 20 for a familiar, plus 10 from my motes.
Yeah.
That's going to be 82. I'm going to spend 1 aether charge to make that pretty much all I can do is if I hit like a 99 or 100, I would fail.
Yeah, you can still crit fail, which is 98 to 100. The top three numbers.
Time to roll.
Shit, that's with max degrees. So that's 10 degrees.
Yeah. I have like pen 3 would be 2. No, that's pen 4 because of will. Modifiers 4.
So that's all of her armor anywhere. And also that's what?
else?
02, so that's 20, so that's one of the arms.
Yeah, see,
so that would hit 10 times.
Yeah, and I can hit once each for each one of those.
So... Yeah, there's no... Well, I guess she can try and reduce the number of hits, so she'll try and roll a dodge.
Okay.
Because that's how autofire is. No, that's a 74 out of 450 right now.
Okay.
So no, full hits. Start rolling damage until I tell you to stop, I guess.
Okay. Maybe I should just... Well, that's like 10 times out of the roll. Maybe I could just roll on here and like...
Well, yeah, no, I mean, if you want to do it that way, simpler, but yeah, like I said, you probably won't need to roll 10 times before this is over. Yeah, don't like set it up to roll 100 times. Just roll them one by one until we're done. Like I said, you're not gonna roll 10 hits because she's gonna be done before then. Terrible shame you didn't do too good on the claws. They're critical and devastating right now.
Oh.
Alright, so 9.
I know there's still that toughness modifier to worry about.
Yeah. So that's...
I'm very much thinking it's probably like 4 or 3. Or it might be higher due to the...
No, her toughness is 40 right now.
Okay, so that's 4, so that's 5.
Yeah, alright, so
7,
after
3,
2,
3,
that's
10.
that's 0 wounds.
Okay.
She was at 15 out of something. Alright. Let's roll for 0 wounds. Oh, you really did not want that to fail. Okay. So, basically, because you're still got your back to the pillar, from the cross side, the side that she just touched, because she does actually have her right side, towards the stone pillar she was hiding behind. You just cast a spell, and just the granite just turns into spines and just leaps out at her, skewers her through, and she kind of like collapses into the ground in a heap. And now I'm gonna need you to make fear tests.
Again, yay!
Because here's the fun fact, that was a doppel, and when they hit 0 wounds, they have to roll a will check. She failed, which means she has to revert to true form.
I rolled a 28.
Okay. Let me double check there's not penalties for this somewhere.
Yeah.
The stat blocks for
I got
demons is really long. Good job, me.
Okay, so there's a... Well, I mean... Yeah, so that might just be like 0 DOS so...
Abilities. Okay. Let me just double check. What's a good one with this? Alright. No, so you both pass?
Yep.
Okay, so, like I said, she just kind of melts to the ground in a heap, and, armor, other stuff, miscellaneous military gear just kind of comes in a pile. Just and, then what stands up is, the most beautiful creature you have ever seen in your life, which is a little terrifying. Like, you want to talk about inhuman stuff. Still got the claws, the incredibly sharp claws.
Pretty much, like, unnaturally beautiful.
Yes. She gained about a foot in height, which means she might be taller than you. It kind of got, like, a long, flowing, statuesque body. Like I said, looks like a marble statue kind of come to life. And just, naked but featureless, which is weird and creepy.
It's all smooth.
Too smooth.
Her hair was like like I said, like a kind of a golden blonde before. It is now jet black and just kind of like flows in these incredibly long waves. There's a pair of like perfectly symmetrical jet black horns coming out of the side of her head. Her eyes are now glowing amber. And her sclerae are black. And, she's super big. Hey, by the way, you're within 4 meters of her, and you can see her. You need to make a will test also, which is different from a fear test.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a will test? I rolled a 7.
Okay, you're fine. You are not stunned by her impossible beauty.
I have a very scary exo who's a very big beauty, and if she sees me making moon eyes at another girl, she might kill me.
I mean, technically, I think your companions are all in range. They should make this roll too.
Right. Oh.
Otherwise, they might be stunned.
Right,
okay.
Wow, my companion rolled an 18. So...
Oh, you're fine.
I think her will's a 20?
Alright, that's a pass.
Actually, what does Stalker do? Let me double check on that. Yeah, oh no, her will's 30. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. You pass. Yay.
Is this gonna be a per turn thing? I hope not.
Yeah, it's her initiative right now.
And Raphael lost.
Well, I mean, I really should make you reroll but you don't want me to do that because she's way better at initiative now. So,
that because, like, 6 agility.
No. She's only got a 50-50 at agility, but,
Okay.
death comes on swift wings, so, she has 2 response actions now and has a doubled agility modifier, so she'd roll initiative at +10.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, like I said, you really didn't want her to fail that will roll.
Yeah.
Oh god, so this is like, we have literally, this is just like our JRPGs. Alright, we have beat the boss's first form, here comes the second.
So, I guess...
This is my final form.
I could spend a luck point to reroll Raphael.
To what?
I do have... My companion does have luck points that he can spend.
I'd rather save those, because, like,
Yeah, he can
As
just
I-
be stunned for 3 rounds.
Yeah, let's just have him be stunned.
So he's dumbstruck. So I think Stone Fangs is a full action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a full action.
So that was your whole round. So now it's her turn.
Oh, boy.
Oh, crap.
So let's see. Do I just kill you horribly, or actually, hold on, let me double check that because now she has new spells.
Oh god, no!
What did Darkness Shrouded do again?
Darkness Shroud.
No, it's not gonna help her that much. Okay, well,
Okay.
so let me double check something else.
I am not okay.
If that is a full, so that's a full. Do I get any bonuses for this, or is it just raw that? Okay, we're just gonna roll. Well, first, so speaking in the most beautiful speaking voice you ever heard, it's like listening to the world's greatest politician give a speech, because goddamn impossible beauty. Kind of like, a very archaic way of speaking again. Like, alas, I have shed this vessel, a terrible shame. I suppose the pieces can no longer be removed from this. Very well then, mortals, I bid you adieu. And then she strikes the ground, and she's gonna try and spellcast. Demons can't get fatigued, right? Nope, good, okay, cool. So she has to push to Earthquake. So that's
Crap.
10 meters, because it's 0. So you guys, do you guys have defenses left?
Defenses?
You have responses left, right?
I do have a response.
Okay. You may want to make an evasion test.
Okay.
To avoid
yeah, it's a
an
new
area.
round. I haven't gone yet, so yeah, I still got mine.
Okay, yeah, you want to make an evasion test to avoid an area attack.
It is time to get the fuck out.
I'm going to spend a luck point.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a luck point preemptively here.
That's good. That's a terrible shame. She never got to curse you. I could have taken away your luck points, but Drain Touch was smarter. So I need 3d10s.
Where's
So
my luck?
that's
Where's my luck?
6,
Luck. There it is.
7,
2 points of luck. Plus
13. So anybody who doesn't make a lot of... Actually, I don't think you can make enough degrees to avoid the damage. You'd have to make like 10.
Oh god.
It's a 10-meter
Okay.
radius.
Well, I don't think there was going to be any chance anyhow.
Okay, so everybody takes 13 damage, which ignores armor but not toughness.
Okay.
13
As she earthquakes.
damage.
Oh yeah, there's no point of rolling then. Fucking.
13 damage minus 4 is 9. So that
13 minus 4, 9.
puts me at 13 out of 24 wounds.
And just
Yeah, I got
the...
That means
and you have to make
haven't
you both
gone
have to make
under
toughness
half.
tests to not fall prone.
I haven't. Okay, so I haven't gone under half. I'll need to make that toughness test now.
As the
Okay.
ground splinters, the pillar you're standing next to just shatters and explodes away from you.
Oh yeah, do the. Okay, so toughness.
You guys have never seen the earth ripple and heave like it's made of water as it just pushes away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Splinters fly up, strike your body.
Ah,
All right. Ulrich does not fall prone. How'd you do on
7.
your toughness test to not fall prone, Wolfgang?
I rolled a 7 out of 33. That's 2
Okay.
degrees.
Nobody falls over.
Thank God.
All right. Okay, so you're still standing.
Mhm.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me double check something, because she has a half action left. Yes, you heard that right. She did a full round action, and she still has a half action.
Yo.
What? Okay, I wonder what she's going to do now. Stone like water.
I don't know. Her saying goodbye, that's probably means she was gonna try and kill us in that one hit.
Yeah. She was trying to make you... She was trying to get rid of you. So it's a free action. She sprouts wings, which just... out. By the way, the ceiling over your head is starting to crack a little bit, too. You know, that was a pretty big shakeup, even if it was relatively small.
Okay. Definitely don't want her to cast that again.
Nope. And you know, she'll just start hovering on out of here. Let's see. So that's what, base movement? That's a 10, right? So yeah, she just hovers 10 meters away. Just away from you.
Okay.
Hey, Wolfgang, it's your turn.
Are you going to stabby this flying creature?
I don't know if I can. I got like 5 wounds left. Oh, wait, no, I took 9. That's half my wounds.
Oh, yeah, you're going to make it another toughness test. You can use your toughness test not to fall prone to not fall unconscious if you like.
Okay, but
so roll a second one.
I still have to make another one to not fall prone. No, I rolled a fucking 98. I fall down.
All right, no, you're flat on your ass. So that's a half action to stand up.
Uh-huh. Like, is she leaving, or is she just moving to do some charge up? Because I only have, 5 wounds left.
Nah, well, you know, she kind of told you goodbye, so yeah, she seems like after causing an she might be a little disappointed in how effective that earthquake was, but she does seem to be just getting the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna, hold my hand up to Ulrich, I'm keeping my eyes on her, shields up and everything, but I'm just gonna be like, Ulrich?
Yes?
Do not pursue Lubu.
Yeah.
Don't pursue.
Do not pursue. That creature is an enemy of humanity, but we are ill-prepared at this moment. Discretion is the better part of valor. We must deliver this information.
All right, so if you're gonna just give combat a pass,
yeah, no, as I said,
okay. Actually, that's in this document, isn't it? Hold on, I'm gonna duplicate.
Enemies are
honestly, like I said, you really wanted her to make the will roll because she would have just melted and fucked off, but she was forced to revert to true form, so.
It's like, I'm okay with not trying to attack the big, scary, pretty lady.
Yeah.
This might have consequences. This might have consequences down the line, but
Besides,
I mean, so from your Folk Legends 101, an actual honest to prophet daemon is a serious threat that is like you did in the past. Mages would launch whole crusades to slay a daemon.
Yeah.
So you 4 guys underground. One of you, by the way, who's still standing there, like somebody clattered him on the head with a frying pan or something.
Yeah, doubtful. Raphael.
Yeah. So we will withdraw.
Yeah,
Also,
so she points a hand straight up, and a ray of terrible light shoots out of her hands, and let's see, will in meters. That work? What's your will? Yeah, you got a solid 45 meters there, Chief. Yeah, just bores a hole straight up, just and flies straight up out of it. Kind of like turning into she doesn't really fly so much as just turn into like black smoke and just out while giving a and just whiffs away into the sky through a hole. By the way, you don't have to worry about, well, I guess it's still technically low light in here, but yeah, there's a big hole.
I'm just like,
you hear vaguely from the an English accent goes, bloody hell, what was that? From the top of the hole.
It's, well, we have a fucking hole now.
We can just fly.
Well, no, let's go regroup with the captain. I think you should find it weird if we come from downstairs. She's probably still with the fucking.
Yeah, the captain's standing at the top of the stairs. One hand on her. Now she's probably got her pistol drawn and is like, "What the hell was that?" Because obviously, when the earthquake and the beams, made a lot of noise. What the bloody hell is going on down there? Oh, actually, hey, there's a pile of Mage Lieutenant gear on the ground. Do you want to poke through that?
What is there for
Yeah.
lieutenant gear?
Standard kit. You ditched all their weapons, so it's just like, focus, other paraphernalia. There are a pair of ID tags there, though.
Mm-hmm. See what it say.
Lieutenant Nvidia Baines. I can type that out for you.
It's all like
Nvidia.
Like, even if not for that, it's just hearing the name is like, definitely Damon.
For those who are not in the know of Latin, Nvidia is basically how you say envy in Latin, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Latin for envy.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to hold on to these as a reminder.
Sweet trophy. I didn't get killed by a demon. Hey, BT Dubs, if she had decided to just claw you to death, that probably would have been it for you, because claws are 1d10 plus 8, pen 4, natural, critical, devastating, sunder.
Damon's a bad, right?
We mentioned this, but basically all of their modifiers are doubled, so their stats are fairly normal. They make pretty normal rolls. They got a lot of plus 10s on some of their skills, but they're like stats to like not get hurt, to go fast, and to hurt you are like extra strong.
Yeah, I know. But right. I'll go over. I'll just like mosey my way over to the captain. The look of incredulous of mess. So it's not captain.
Actually, another good point. What did you do with the offering bowl?
Oh, no, I'm going to recover that.
Okay.
Because she was about to do some shit with it.
And we don't want more shit coming from that.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe some of her crew will know. I don't fucking know. Oh, God, like, we gotta... I doubt there's...
It's like,
I'm real glad you went back downstairs, because there were... Well, something else might happen.
And what happened to the actual lieutenant?
Was there an actual lieutenant?
The what?
Was there an actual lieutenant? If you're thinking about it, boy howdy, did it sure sound like she was talking about she'd been around a long time.
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
But yeah, and plus she was a doppelganger.
Yeah, she was a doppel first. Lucky's breaking out into music.
So which she actually had to copy someone who was actually real?
No, and actually they're bad at that. They have to let you guys know some secret. Well, let you know, Marth, because Lucky's busy. But to let the audience know, doppels can transfigure into people, but they can only mimic a specific person by spending a long time studying them. So she couldn't like hide behind a rock and like pretend to be your captain.
Okay.
So Nvidia Baines may not exist anymore.
So
and may never have existed.
Yeah. So
considering that while she was in disguise, she was. Well, here I'll just let you know what spells, because she cast like most of them. But here's what, as a doppel, the spells she had access to.
Curse, ghost, sound, train.
Oh, fun!
Oh my god,
fun! A perfect appeal too.
Yeah, no, they get up there. Do I? Oh, okay, I'll ask you. Do you want to know what she could have hit you with as a daemon?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I'm terrified.
I'm terrified.
Curious.
Okay. That was your spell less than her true form.
Oh my god. That's terror laughing, by the way.
I'm guessing some of those are from the advanced trees.
Yeah, those are some of those are from the Nihil tree that you don't have access to.
Like,
if you don't recognize them,
Soul Eater's definitely one.
I think that's Negative Touch, Scathe, and Soul Eater.
Yeah, I did recognize a few of them because I looked through the Marshal's hand guide just to see what the advanced trees were.
I haven't, so I don't know. And I don't want to know. I'm good. I do not want to know how close I came to death.
Well, the beam thing she used before was Scathe, which is a ray that's will in meters and deals 3d10 plus DOS, which ignores armor and toughness and does full damage to vehicles, objects, and structures in a line.
Yeah, so I will inform the captain that we just survived an encounter with the fucking enemy. He was going to do something to increase strife. Probably has something to do with this goddamn offering bowl, so let us secure this. Probably has something to do with the fucking earth conflux in this area.
Okay, so you're gonna... Is that a... Actually, no. Well, the cat doesn't have empathy right now. Make me an appeal test. Take your honorableness, though, because you're being honest.
Yeah.
To make her believe your incredibly nonsensical story.
Yeah. Let me see here. So my honorable, that makes it 60. I rolled a 41. I only got 1 degree of success.
It still counts. She's like, Gotham Himmel, let's get the... she is remarkably, casual. It's just like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I agree. Leave the camp, take one lingering look back, look at that hole.
Look at the creepy Earth Spirit statue over it.
Mm-hmm. And leave.
Well, hey, the plan worked, because if you didn't make her knife go away, what she was going to do was going to pour some of her demon blood in the bowl and summon the spirit, and the spirit would have been pissed off. And she would have just fucked off across time and space. Because that's what Voidwalk is.
Like, this is your problem now.
Yeah.
And
so good job. You defeated technically the true form she assumed was a demon of vanity. Which is not quite the same as a demon of envy, but a face stealer wouldn't have been as fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much beat the first form.
We didn't beat shit. We survived. There's a difference.
No. With that stone fangs, he solidly clattered her. That was like 10 attack hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, defeated at least the first one, not the second.
Well, you're not supposed to win all battles, so...
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have picked I picked the demon type that made sense. I could have picked Wrath or Gluttony or something, Flame Reaved or Jaws that bite.
No, let's call it good. I mean,
yeah,
I find it
at least that demon wasn't like totally pissed from the 10 attack. They're like, oh, you want that?
Oh, she did use Earthquake on us.
Well, I mean, she did do that, but she could have been all like, oh, you're going for it, Willer, so I'm going to do that. Just beat you out of hell here.
Well, who knows the thinking of higher beings.
By the way, both you and the audience, yes, there are, because the way the system works, I think I identified there's 9 sins. But every type of demon is associated with a sin, which gives them a weakness. If you could have figured out what she was, you might have been able to like distract her with something. But we'll leave that open. But they all have cool names, like Vanity is Impossible Beauty. Wrath I mentioned earlier is Flame Wreath, so you've got stuff like Noonday Demon Despair, Dark Halo Pride, Lord of the Gap Sloth. Lots of fun stuff. I had a lot of fun writing these sections. It's also super wordy. But hey, you were real smart not to try that grappling shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you grab those guys who are really confused about what the fuck is going on here.
Oh, yeah.
But, you scooch back up. Well, I assume you scooch back up to get everybody. What's your play now? You probably wasted another 15 minutes running up and down, running this problem down.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot more shelling going on.
Well, as I said, the rest of these guys still have to surrender, so we're going to take them out. But no, otherwise we're just going to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I won't make you... No, you're taking these guys with you. I won't make you roll anything to get out. You fly... Should I throw a... Yeah, just for the sake of... Let's see how orderly this is. Everybody make me a piloting roll.
Yeah, I actually have piloting now, so...
I assume neither of you are actually carrying a prisoner?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Alright, so you don't take any penalties.
So that's...
You're probably only in trouble if you, critically fail this.
I made a 15.
Okay.
Out of... My piloting's at a plus 10 now, so... Oh, it is agility. So, yeah, 2 degrees of success for me.
Alright. So, because you are not burned with anybody, you don't have any problems, you guys just, you pick your burliest guys, grab them, and just, float on out of there. There's still a lot of confusion and stuff, but you manage to scooch on out before the silent countdown I was making. And regroup with the scouts. And from a safe distance, you're able to look back at the fort as there is this huge explosion, like a bright white light. It's almost like a star fell. You recognize this is like somebody brought out the big guns. They started using magically enhanced artillery. The gatehouse vanishes, like I said, in a flash of light. In the distance, you can hear, not even screams, but more shocked, as just, like I said, the gatehouse is just gone. You see a couple of, like, you know, blackened splotches where people used to be, and, you know, you're not close enough to seeing detail, but you think, based on the reflection, some of that top, you know, hardened, packed earth and dust down there, you know, crystallized into glass. And then in that moment, that's when the mages make their move. The woman you recognized earlier, still carrying her war scythe, which is glowing white hot under the effects of her spells. Oberleutnant Grimhild Brandt charges in, does a diving slash into one of the artillery pieces. She cuts the gun in half, and the two men manning it, and then casts another spell and breathes a plume of blue-white fire into a tent. You know, you hear guys scream out once again. The tent was apparently full of spare artillery shells. It just explodes. You lose track of her in a billowing cloud of fire and smoke. More of, obviously, her men start landing on the walls tops, or doing passes them. They're armed with flamethrowers, Flammenwerfers, and they just start hosing down the top of the walls with liquid fire. All those guys on the top of the walls die horribly. Several of them, you know, to get out of the fire, leap off into the void and, you know, fall screaming to their deaths. Are you doing anything back here, or are you guys just gonna sit back and watch? Because
can we do anything? Like, I'm a little horrified. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, it's bad. All right, so you stand in shocked silence. They just assault the fort. They do a classic shock attack. What, you know, you guys as mages are trained for: maximum effort, minimum risk. And, you know, you guys just kind of float there with your dicks in your hands as they, you know, like I said, flamethrowers just sweep the top of the buildings. Fire and rocks rain down. The rest of the artillery cannons are just, you know, crumpled and broken. And, you know, desperately, you know, you see these guys flee inside. You know, like, some of them are diving down that hole that happened right into the depths, which is not real good because they just get followed with more flamethrowers. And in probably about as much time as it took you to jog up and down those stairs in that particular distraction, the fortress is just taken by a couple dozen mages, you know, just bringing their A game. You're pretty sure the only survivors are the 6 guys you extracted. Now,
okay.
In their defense, they don't blow up the tower. You know, they sweep the building, you know, but they don't explode it or anything. Somebody probably saw you guys get out, but they're still nice enough not to blow it up just in case. Yeah, and just you guys are standing there as you know, it's probably a couple hours past noon. There's like a single cloud, or it's just the giant plumes of smoke, you know, get between you and the sun. Cast a shadow over it, and yeah, that fort is done. Operation Desert Predator has been a success.
I'm just gonna mutter under my breath, no matter what the report said. This doesn't feel like a victory.
And you guys see through the, you know, across the boiling sands, the figure of the major, you know, clonks in. And he has a guy carrying a flag, by the way, that you forgot. Good job, you. You didn't forget the flag. Yeah, no, they fly the flag over the keep. The captain is just like, you know, on the radio. Mission accomplished. Everybody return to base. And you fly off. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that was Desert Predator. That's where we'll end this session. Though, before we move into nebulous time skip time, well, first of all, we'll lock in your medals. Wolfgang and Ulrich, you both get the Distinguished Service Cross, Air. Cool. The captain tells you not to publicize your story of the demon thing. I want you to keep that under wraps until she can. Not even high command. She says she needs to make sure a message gets back to the academy. You know, the magisters back home. Mm-hmm. So that story's not going to get out. You guys don't get any special bonuses from that, other than you get to, you know, keep to yourselves. And I assume that the lieutenant is keeping those dog tags as like his bad juju charm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I call them the ID tags of a daemon, and just in parentheses, Lydia Baines.
And you're just gonna tuck those into a pocket and be like, I'm gonna hold out of these just in case.
It's kind of just convinced me that I didn't hallucinate the whole thing.
Yeah, there is not. Other than that, well, I mean, they burned it all down anyway, so there's not like there's a lot of evidence.
Yeah. We are creatures who defy the sciences of world. Sometimes you gotta wonder how far that goes.
So before we time skip, let's see, finalize your medals. The other role playing based question is, since you and the captain basically fucked off and nothing terrible happened to you and you completely ignored all that bad stuff happening, you have plenty of time to get back to base and start filing reports with the high command. So what do your reports look like?
There was so for one, did a new tactic to drop on the enemy, took the keep, immediately started shelling from our own units. Communication was impossible. No one could reach them. No one. And we just, as I said, subdued the enemy commander, took prisoners, and decided instead of risking since our objectives have been achieved, and we did not want to risk ourselves, did not see the reason to personally risk ourselves further, decided to withdraw and be on standby while the major conveniently showed up.
Okay. Make me I guess an appeal test to write your report persuasively.
Does honorable come into play here?
Yes, you wrote an honest report. I should say this. It sounded to me when you first said that report that you were kind of trying to sell him out, that he started shooting at you immediately, which is not necessarily true. You went underground for a good while before the assault happened.
Well, I'm gonna tell the truth, but I'm gonna keep to the truth.
All right. So yeah. So your honorable counts. You're writing an honest report.
Yeah. That we were at some point, but he when we were trying to tell him to.
And actually, what did Medal of Honor give you? Because I know there's like an official ceremony hasn't happened where they pin it to you, but you won it, so we should count that. So if that would apply in this case,
let me see here. Medal of Honor.
It's honor medal, I think. There's
that
no one entry.
Honor medal.
Plus 22 all social rules with fellow soldiers. Yes, this counts. High command is a fellow soldier.
Oh, okay. So plus motherfucking 40.
Yeah. Because you have just become a highly decorated soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so that's 36, and my charisma. Excuse me. Where's my charisma? Lost scrolling. There it is. 35. So that becomes 75. So that's 4 degrees of success.
Yep. Let's see. How well can he write his report? That's a failure.
Oh.
So yeah, with the backing of your captain, because she's a big deal back home, and the fact that you guys are also big deals now, because your mage aces, one of you's got an honor medal, right? You've got like whatever the appropriate Germanic medal is, and everything. It not a full blown scandal, but it turns into a small scandal where the major is promoted away. He does get his promotion, but he is reassigned. He's had such a success breaking enemy fortifications. We're going to pull you back to the fatherland, and we're going to put you on the front lines in the Western Front. Actually, no. Well, yeah, maybe in the West or something. I don't think the Southern Front's opened up yet. But basically, he's going to end up going somewhere terrible he doesn't want to go. But he gets more meat shields, so it's not a lose-lose for him. And I'll figure out exactly how the chain of command happens, but I think as a response, like I said, the captain's probably going to be bumped up to major. You're going to have a larger unit, and you're going to get a larger assignment, and we're going to skip a few weeks of downtime. So don't worry about rolling post-mission fatigue, because you'll have time to rest. And kind of reorganize so we can start hitting some different
service
points.
cross, correct?
Yes, Distinguished Service Cross, specifically Air, because...
Air,
Yeah.
Okay. And all I got was...
You got a Distinguished Service Cross.
That one.
Yeah.
Because you already got your other fancy pants medal when you try to take a bullet for your captain. Or your LT.
Mm-hmm.
I think that...
Yeah,
I think that was for a different...
Oh, yeah, no, but you already have extra medals. And I think you both
Okay.
have your wound medal, right?
Yep, bleeding heart.
Bleeding heart.
Because you've both been hit. So yeah, and next time I'll figure out that kind of like reorganization and maybe shift some stuff up with the campaign stats, and we'll start working on other plot points.
Okay.
Honestly, for random tables, I feel like we actually are kind of getting somewhere with the story.
Well, crazy. Yeah, that's because I take the random tables and I'm like, ooh, that gives me an idea to kind of like string stuff together.
Okay.
Right,
I will tell you this fortress was not necessarily as story packed as it was when I rolled it, but as sessions went on, I'm like, okay, what can I put here? Like, I didn't tell you guys, but the votive offering condition was always on this map. So,
oh wow,
the idea that a spirit was here and could be summoned was always here. It wasn't until later that I decided, like, I thought maybe the enemy captain, the enemy mage could summon it if you didn't fight them fast enough, or something. And that kind of later involved to spooky stuff going on. By the way, I was keeping a counter until the mages arrived the whole time. I started at 5, you got down to 2 on the dice. So good job.
Wow.
If you had not gotten out, there would have been more risk, but there could have been opportunities. Like, especially now that you're honorable, I could have seen a Wolfgang challenging the Oberleutnant to be like, "Hey, slow your roll." But you left, so you got out first. Because that's the other thing I had planned besides the doppelganger, which I was like, I know she's here. I'm going to give her a name. I'm going to try and introduce her subtly into the thing. And then you left her alone, which was great. Played right into my hands. But the other scene was the mages basically assaulting this place full force.
Yeah, well, we didn't know about the old demon thing until
I know
later. Now we know. Now we're going to be like, one guy here, watch this person.
Well, we have to be more careful.
Because things are the game, as they say, is afoot. I will say one last thing, though, is because you're doing a restructuring, if you guys want to, you don't have to be honor guards anymore. If you want to, especially because your unit and your missions have kind of been evolving, if you want to find a different unit type, and you guys can talk about this off here, obviously, and kind of switch up your organization, get a different ability, feel free. Otherwise, we can stay, you say, as honor guard, so we can work out something else.
I don't know. I kind of like working with the captain, but we'll see here.
Yeah.
Do you mean the major?
The major, yeah.
I gotta remember to redraw her character sheet now, because like I said, it's
considering she just got a promotion, I think it's a perfect time.
Yeah. Definitely perfect time.
Yeah, because I gotta actually... Is my default character sheet... It's probably not updated, is my problem. Yeah, it's not set up for the new skills. Okay.
I would...
Okay, I'll have to modify that. I can probably do that tonight while this is rendering.
Let me see here. What is... No, not Homeland. What was the fucking...
Hold on, actually, I can close up some of my stuff since I'm not looking at it.
Scroll. Specialization, that's what it was. That's what I'm
and while you're thinking about that, that was kind of a BFD there. You went into the jaws of the beast. Let's call it 500 XP.
Okay. Session 9.
Because that was kind of a big deal.
It was. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, no. Funnily enough, the Daemons are supposed to be kind of an endpoint enemy. Because they have a lot of high-level magic and they have a lot of stuff. But they can still roll like shit. Even with like spellcasting, spellcraft plus 20, she's only got like a 40. She only had like a 45 will base. So there were I mean, the beauty of it is the demons cheat. They're immune to fatigue, so she can just push all day and not care. But it still sucked for like degrees of success. But all right. So with that EXP and stuff, I guess, and a almost 3-hour recording, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And just say the usual, hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And we'll see you guys next time, where I will invent a new horrible mission for these guys to go on. Yay!
No.